Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Jordan here, bringing you another video today. We've got episode 11 of our Pittsburgh Penguins franchise mode. Before we hop into it, I just want to say, guys, I have not forgotten about the Rangers franchise mode. I just want to get a couple years ahead in Pittsburgh because I didn't like how the Rangers and the Penguins were just an episode like behind each other. If I was uploading episode like 8 of Pittsburgh, I was uploading episode 8 of the Rangers the next day or the next couple days later, and it was like we were just doing the same thing. So I want to get some separation. So hopefully by next week we'll be separated enough, and then we'll bring back the Rangers franchise mode. These are the lines we are going to rock to start year number 4. If we are struggling to win games, we'll switch it up, but I just think this is what's going to be best. I'll show you guys the defense as well. This is what we're going to run. It's still the same. So here is the first unit for the power play, and the second unit, we'll put Crosby on both because we want to try to pad those stats for him a little bit. And let's just hop right into it, guys. We're going to go right up to the trade deadline. Hopefully, we can be a playoff team this year. I would love that. I think it's time. Let's see. What does coach think? He thinks we're good enough to compete for a playoff spot, and I 100% agree with that. I do think that the additions we made in the offseason are good enough to push us over the edge. It's just a matter of injuries and if the team can really gel together. We're just going to go ahead. We got preseason all wrapped up. We're going to go ahead here, get this first month done. And we've got a lot of games in this first month, so it's going to be important for setting the tone on the season as we lose 2 games to Vegas. Anton Siliev goes down early. We'll just go ahead and replace him. Shabanov as well. We can just go ahead and replace him. It's not looking too good early. It looks like we really are lacking any real scoring depth as Sonny Milano now has gone down with injury. Do manage to pick up a win there against Carolina early. The injuries have been brutal. But we've got to pick it up again. It looks like we're kind of struggling to score as Shabanov comes back from injury. We'll go ahead and get him back in the lineup. Hopefully the injuries can die down a little bit here, at least in the NHL. There we get a good win there against the Blackhawks. See if we can get some momentum rolling. We are 5-6-2 right now. We got 2 games left in the month. Injury bug been hitting us like crazy so far in both leagues. There we go. That's a big win against Carolina, and then we lose Ilian. We pick up a win against the Rangers. So through 15 games, guys, we are 7-6-2. The offense is not there at all. We're only scoring at 2.67 goals per game. I'm going to go ahead and tweak the forward lines a little bit. Matthews, you can see there, he's got 9 goals. Kendall leads our team in rookie points. Mershov's doing good. I'm not concerned with the goaltending. It's really just the lack of offense, I would say, that's hurting us early on. So here's what we're going to do for the forward lines. We're going to throw Vijo Bjork up on the first line with Crosby and Kuvanen. We'll go with Joseph, Matthews, and Lekkerimäki. McGroarty, Kendall, and Jacobson. We'll just leave the fourth line how it is. Again, defense, I'm not going to change it up. I like our D pairings. Hopefully, getting a couple of those pluses, switching the players around can really spark something in this team. We have a very light month in terms of games here in November, so we really need to push the needle and climb back up in the standings. We're 6th right now, and that's a solid game. At least we get some offense there. 3 goals against Florida as well. So now we're getting the offense. We just can't seem to keep the puck out of the net. Maybe we're not as ready for the playoffs as we thought we were. I mean, now we're 8-10-2. Yeah, I guess those were not the line changes to make. Maybe let's see. Can we finish the second half of the month strong as we're just getting a million injuries right now, AHL and NHL. So now, guys, we've got Diego up here as the backup. Shilov's going to be the starter. And then we're going to have to just put a random goalie down in the AHL. Hopefully, the boys can turn things around here. I still have hope for the season, as now we sit last in the Metro. And this is really not the season we wanted. We need to have a good season and we need to make the playoffs. And it's not only about like we need to make the playoffs, like we're a playoff team now. If we don't make the playoffs, it is going to be super difficult to attract any sort of free agents because everybody wants to play for playoff teams. And you will see less and less players interested in your organization when you're not making the playoffs and you've been a bottom feeder. I strongly believed that the tank was done and I was ready for us to be a playoff team. We're one of the worst teams in the league right now. We sit 8th in the Metro. I'm going to go ahead and switch the forward lines up one more time, and this time I'll tweak the defensive lines as well. But before we do that, let's do a deep dive into these stats to see what the hell is going wrong. As Austin Matthews and Sidney Crosby are now both a point per game at 26 points. Lekkernmäki there with 22, Vidro Bajork with 18. So some of these offensive guys have picked it up. This is not the season we wanted to see from Kuvinen. I will say that. Joseph looks like he's taking that next step. Ben Kindle would like to be doing a little bit better. Same with Vilander. It looks like really defensively, we are not getting the offense. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Carter Yakimchuk that he will not get offense going. But that's concerning. We might have to change him up. Lyles, he's having a pretty good rookie season. I would say the only real standouts for me is Yakimchuk is just abysmal. Wielander maybe, and then again, you need to see Huvenen doing better. This is a guy who's played at a 70-point pace for the last 2 years. He needs to be bringing that. Let's go ahead. Let's edit some lines one more time. See if we can't get this team back on the right track. And if we can't get them back on the right track after one more month of sim, we're just going to go full tank this season. We'll trade off a few pieces and hopefully we get some good growth. So this is what we're going to run for probably the rest of the season. Huvenen, Matthews, Bajork, Joseph, Crosby, Lekkernmäki, McGroarty, Kindle, Shabanov. Remember, guys, McGroarty only lists as a third-line scorer, so I don't mind him being the third-line center. And then this fourth line, there's not a lot we can do, guys. We don't have really any forwards that really fit that fourth line, so we're just kind of stuck with that. Defensively, I'm just going to put Siliev with Wielander. This is a D pair that worked its magic for us last year. Let's let them have at it again. Cooley can just play with Yakimchuk. Hopefully, just switching that up. You can see all those guys are minuses. Hopefully, switching that up, it pushes the needle. And when we look at Murashov, his goals against is bad because our team is terrible. But he's got a good save percentage. Shilov's, on the other hand, terrible save percentage, terrible goals against. So I still have full faith in Murashov. He is playing incredible. It's really just the defense and forwards got to change, got to spark something here. You know, Murashov can't score the goals. He can only do so much to keep the puck out of the net. So hopefully he can get it going here. We lose 2 games in a row to start the month. Ilian goes down with injury. We lose to Colorado. We lose to Buffalo. I think it's safe to say, guys, that the tank is in full effect. We're not a playoff team this season. As we win 11-2 against Nashville, you know what? Gushin, as the depth forward, he's making it happen. He's got 4 points. We're going to leave Ilian as the scratch. So we do win 2 games in a row. Make that 3 games in a row. So maybe we can just turn it around here. Shabanov goes down. Our win streak comes to an end. We're still last place in the Metro, but we are catching up. It looked like we were only about 6 points out of a spot. So maybe there is a chance for us this year. Injuries just will not stop. Every game, it feels like there's an injury. I'm not sure what this season is for us now, but we're going to have to put 11. I guess we'll just leave the -2 there on the first pair. Get a shutout in Nashville. We lose to Ottawa. Get a nice win there against Buffalo. We can just best the lines down there in Wilkes-Barre. We lose to San Jose, and we got a back-to-back at home to end the month. Big win there against New York. Siliev, he has come back from injury. Go ahead and get him back up on that first pair. And to end the month off with 2 wins, we're 2 games above 500. We're still last place in the Metro. I think it's safe to say this season is a wash. Austin Matthews really starting to heat up. Vidro Bajork really starting to heat up. So I think that first line's really doing some good work. And then Benjamin Kindle, I know you guys cannot see it, but he does have 15 points as a rookie. And Mershov there, 14 wins. His numbers have come down. And Matthews is in the race for the Art Ross. He's leading the league in goals. We have nobody in there for assists. And our goalie is just shy in wins. I think that was a good month. Maybe if we continue that momentum and really have a standout January, maybe we come back. I am not betting on it, though, guys. I think this season is just, again, it's a wash for us. We lose to Montreal to start the month off. Then we play Montreal again. We get a win. Okay, the wins are huge, but we need to win 3, lose 1. We can't win 1 and then lose 2. That's not going to help. We really got to pick it up here. Big win against San Jose just to lose 2 games in a row. Yeah, I'm calling it now, guys. We're not going to have any optimism here. The season is over. Siliev goes down with injury again. We do get a win against the Flyers. We do also get a shutout there against Montreal. Okay, we start a little win streak here now that Siliev goes down with injury, and it makes me wonder, where was this at the start of the season? We go on a heater here, 5 wins after I call the season a wash. I mean, it doesn't really look like we're in a playoff spot. I'll hide the face cam here so you guys can see. So you can see there, Austin Matthews, 62 points. Incredible season from the kid. We've picked up the offense. It's defensively now where we're really struggling. The power play is really struggling, and the penalty kill is not great. You can see, though, we are 7th now in the Metro. 77 points. Remember, it is the top 8 teams in the league. It isn't a wild card. Or sorry, the top 8 teams in the division. So there's no wild card. If we look at the top 8 teams, we've got to catch up to what the Devils and the Capitals. It's not going to be easy. But I guess there's a chance there. Mershov up to 20 wins. I mean, Matthews and Bajork are playing phenomenal together. Vidro Bajork now at 38 assists. Matthews at 36 goals, 62 points. Wielander's starting to pot some points on the back end as well. He's fallen off a little bit, though, in terms of where he was sitting in the league. But those other teams probably just played a lot of games. He still leads the league in goals. Vidro up there in assists. And still, Mershov just shy in the wins. So we do have something good going on here. Obviously, Matthews, Bajork, and Kuvanen, this is the line that we want. Yeah, even Kuvanen has picked it up now. He's up to 38 points. So you can tell, I think Crosby's done, boys. I think Crosby's done. He's not even playing at a point per game. He did hit 2,000 career points. I'm so happy for that. But I think this is going to be Crosby's last year in the league. He's already down to an 88. McGroarty, though, gets an X factor. He's up to a second line forward. I really do think it's the end of an era. I don't think Crosby comes back next year at 88 overall. Oh, it's tough. That you hate to see it. Siliev is still injured. I want to try to switch up this line, but there's not too much I can do. I just don't think it's working. Lekaramaki, in my opinion, having a not so great season. So we're going to switch it up, put Ben Kindle there. Joseph can play center on this third line once again. McGroarty is up to a second line center. The only issue is then I just have a -1 on this line. You know what? Screw it. It's McGroarty. It's gonna be Crosby's last season. Let's just let's ride this out. Give McGroarty a chance here to play with Crosby. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs. I I don't like the way those lines are performing. So as long as the first line stays the same, if we get some more production from that middle six, I will be happy. We've got a big game here against the Blues, and Silyev comes back just in time. You can see here, guys, Lyles is up to an 86. We're actually going to move him up. Gooley and Yakimchuk haven't worked. Maybe Lyles and Yakimchuk can work. We'll see. We'll see what that can do. I am nervous to change any lines because we have been playing good as DeMello. We can just decline. He's not very good. He gets put on waivers. Yeah, I'm nervous because we've been playing good, so it scares me to change the lines, but when we look at it, it's really just the first line carrying and nothing else too fancy. I do think, though, looking ahead to next episode with the trade deadline, and obviously the episode after that with the offseason, we are going to have to trade Carter Yakimchuk. If not this season, next season for sure, if we want to wait and see if he gets some growth to propel his offense, because he's on the first power play unit. He is playing top 4 minutes, and he's not scoring. Oh, Kuvinen's injury must have just been day to day. Yeah, we end the month off. It was not the best month, okay? We end off with a loss there. We did get a couple of overtime losses, which obviously helps when you're looking at points. But we are well out of a playoff spot at this point. And I think the only way we really get into a playoff spot is if we make trades to bolster our defense. I think our defense is the biggest hindrance on this team right now. I don't think you can say it's the goalies. I mean, look at Murashov, 914 and a 291. He's doing pretty good. We've moved up to 6th, though, but when you look at the top 8 teams, I mean, we're just not there. We're close, but we're just not close enough. Matthews now up to 42 goals. Wielander is starting to pump up the offense, man. He had a lot of points that month. Ben Kindle, I believe, only had 1 point that month. Murashov only had 1 win that month, I think, or maybe it was 2 wins. Yeah, Matthews is 5th in points, 1st in goals. Bajorek, unfortunately, falls off the assists. And yeah, Murashov is just falling way down the line there for wins. Go ahead and take one last look at the stats. We can talk about what moves we want to make next episode. This hurts to see, man. Crosby is just having an abysmal season. Kuvinin has picked it up, though. McGroarty has picked it up. I think he's doing decent. If he hits 50 points, I'll be happy. Wielander doing very good. 37 points. Only 2 on the power play. So he's doing pretty good. It really is for me just Yakimchuk. Only 13 points. I mean, you're the offensive defenseman. We have given you the keys to the kingdom. The quarterback, the power play to run the offense, and you're not doing it. I think at some point, too, we need to start talking about Dan Muse. I know this entire time I've been saying it's not his fault, and it's not. We're not going to blame this on Dan Muse. We brought him in a rebuild. What do you expect? But at the same time, when we cannot get any chemistries, unless it's because of you're putting like X factors together, you're not the coach for the team. I'm sorry, you're not the coach. So I think we've got to talk about that. As Sheelovs has picked it up, Murashov doing good. Those are things that we really like to see. I am happy with Austin Matthews performing, though. That is nice. We've got him locked up long term. We're going to go ahead, take a quick look at the draft class here. Yeah, Merlichurik here, Elite High. He looks pretty good. You've got Gunderson, McMillan, Nyberg. Doesn't really look like there's any defense until too high up. And if we miss, we're getting a late pick in that lottery unless we win the draft lottery. So that is not great. This could be the guy to move the needle for us, though. I mean, it looks like a two-way or power forward, but that is kind of what we need. We could go like Bjork, him there being the power forward, and then Matthews being the sniper. Like that would work. So yeah, Gunderson, he looks to be on the smaller size. I'd reckon he's a playmaker. McMillan, I would say is what? A power forward, two-way forward, maybe a playmaker. We got some options here, right? We do have some options. We'll have to make sure the scouts do a little bit better job scouting this for us. But I'm excited for the future of this team still. I thought it was this year that we would be really moving the needle. I guess we're just not there. We got to take a look, though, at the proposed trade screen, guys. We got to go ahead and see what our value looks like, what we can really trade away. And I got to tell you, it's not much. Because you're not trading Joseph. You're not trading Kuvanen, I don't think. Remember, though, McGroarty, Kuvanen, as well as Lekkerimäki, all need new contracts. So maybe if we don't like what those guys want, for deals, we trade them, but I don't want to. We could trade Shabanov. Again, I don't want to do that. I kind of think we're just in this place where we just ride this out. We don't have a lot of prospects. Like, we're still our rookie skaters in the NHL, in the NHL, in the NHL, in the NHL. We have 2 low elites, but I mean, that's not doing anything for you, right? So what do? We need to keep Chiswick. He's the goalie of the future. Sorry, Murashov, but you might not be it. We can't trade our draft pick because we might not make the playoffs. So even if we wanted to bolster this decor, we don't have the means to. Like, there's nothing we could trade. Again, unless McGroarty, Lekkerimäki, or Kuvanen don't want to come back. I mean, the only thing defensively at this point I would say we do is, I know I don't really like this, but Yakimchuk, you're just not it. So we could do this. Like, the kid's playing 20 minutes a night and he can't score 20 points. That's a problem if you're an offensive defenseman. So maybe we run this as a defense. I like Caden Gooley. I like Demetrius Lyles. Belander, man, he is our number 1 defenseman. I really hope he grows past this 85. I would love even if he just hits 87, 88, because he really is our number 1. And Silyev, they're a good pair. The plus minus, remember, they were all minuses, and now these 2 are pluses. So if these guys can both hit 87, 88, these are our number 1 and 2 defensemen, and I love that. It's just the rest of the roster needs to kind of flush out here. So let me know what you guys think we should do for this team. I don't think there's much that we can do. It really does suck. Kuvanen, let's see what he wants. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not giving you this contract. Kuvanen is one, guys, we might have to trade. We don't have to trade them at the deadline. Remember, we can restrict them. We could trade them at the draft, or we restrict them and we trade them on July 1st. We do have Sidney Crosby as well, but he most likely retires. Lekkerimäki here. I would do a 1-year deal. I wouldn't do a 2-year deal. I don't like you long term. That is too much money. Rucker McGroarty, though, I actually don't hate this deal. If he wants to give me 6 years of his career here, I'm gonna go for it. I gotta be honest. I like the way he's played. His numbers have increased, and he looks to be a second-line player. You gotta remember, the cap keeps going up. 7.6 in this economy for a player of this caliber, I think, is a no-brainer. We're going to offer him trade protection so we can get this money down, hopefully even more. If we can get him under 6 or under 7, we can get him at 6.9 and we just up the trade protection here. Give him the no move and the trade protection. I think he'll go for this. Yeah, we give him the 75% there. I think he'll go for it. We won't find out till next episode. So remember, Lekkerimäki and Kuvanen are guys I would be kind of open to trading. Again, we can trade them at the draft. We can trade them on July 1st. Everybody else is just kind of got to stick around. It is what it is, right? We're just in this very bad stage right now. And I will admit that I've made some bad trades. using too many draft picks where I've kind of hindered our ability to use a second for a bolster to this roster because I just traded them all away. Let me know what you guys think we should do. Again, New York Rangers franchise mode is not forgotten. It will be back soon. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. I know I missed one day of uploading, guys. I've had some stuff going on in my personal life, but I'm still here. I'm still committed to bringing you content every single day. As well, guys, we're streaming every day on Twitch. Link in the description. 8:30 a.m. Mountain, 10:30 a.m. Eastern is when I start. We go for about 4 to 5 hours every day, and it's been a blast over there, guys. Make sure you check that out as well. Join the Discord. Again, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. As always, YouTube, we will see you in the next one.